is Diane and welcome to my studio. I am a collage and mixed media artist, and I wanted to share with you a couple of the journals that I have been working in recently. It's been a while since I have shared anything, and I was getting close to getting one of these almost full, and I just wanted to show you what it is looking like as I am working on it. And I did share a video many months ago, it could have been probably last year, where I had started this and kind of what I was thinking at that time with how I was going to use this journal. And it is starting to turn into something different, which is awesome and fine, and I'm totally okay with that and kind of glad, because I really wasn't sure what I was wanting to do with this. I just knew that it was something that I was wanting to work in. So the first one that I'm going to share with you is this one here. The name of it is Field of Dreams. It is a wildflower book, and I have just been adding images in this here and there, just once to cover up the text that is in here, and I'm leaving most of all of the original floral images in here. I'm just adding on top of them to cover up the spaces that have the text written in them. I'll find you, and I'll do a flip through for you whenever I turn you around. But like this page here, I am covering up the text and just adding all sorts of images into this one. And then since I've been working in this one also and sharing just little short videos and a few pictures of both these, I thought I would show both of what I'm working in. But I have this one here that is a junk mail journal. Probably 90% of this one is made from pieces of junk mail that I've gotten. There is a paper sack in here, a couple of random pamphlets. The front cover is made from just the two covers from Molly Makes magazine. It's just really simply bound, and I have been adding images in this as well. And it's getting close to being full also, so I just wanted to show you both of these. Whoops, I'll show you both of these and point you down and let you look and just kind of share with you what I'm doing in them, why, kind of how they started, and the just direction that they seem to be progressing. So I'm going to go ahead and move you down and show you up close what these look like. So these are the two books that I have been working on just these past few months. Actually, I started putting images in this one a little while ago, and then I stopped, and actually I just got this first couple pages done, and I really didn't do anything else in it for a while. And then I started just gathering. As I was going through some of my images, I kept on coming across ones that I thought would work well in here, and so I just kind of started tucking them inside. And then it still was probably another month or so before I really finally started just gluing things down. And I really don't have any rhyme or reason for what I am putting in here. I don't have a theme. I'm just, as I come across images that I like, and I've just got some all over here on my work area, as I just come across ones that I like, I have just been looking to see if they will fit inside this journal, and I'm not letting myself overthink it. I'm just not. I'm just trying to put the images in here that kind of seem like they want to go inside this journal. And at first, whenever I started this, I was really wanting to add written journaling. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know that for years and years, I have talked about how I want to write in my journals more. And that is a very, very, very big thing that I am struggling to get over. I have a whole lot of reasons why, where that comes from, as far as being afraid to write things out. And honestly, the number one thing that always kept me from writing things out in my journal, just like real journal entries, was I was afraid that it would be seen and read. And so just that fear kept me from ever being able to write in a journal in any way, even in digital form. I really, really struggle with that. And that's how I kind of started doing the things that I did, is just really being able to express myself with pictures, because that was the safest way for me to do that. Or just use a simple words, or a song lyric, or a quote. I could use that, and for me personally, and that's what all of this is for, is for me, that was a safe way for me to get those things out. So once again, I was like, I really, really want to try with writing. And so my original idea was just to start adding images into this and covering over the text, and then coming back and writing in there somehow. And I ended up just gluing things down here and there. I have definitely been having a lot of ups and downs, going through a whole lot these past few months, and this has just been a easy and comforting way for me to do something creative, is just to sit down with some images and just stick them in and not have to worry about doing anything else. At first I kind of thought, you know, it would be more like a real, well, not, I won't say real journal page, but just like a journal entry, and I would add the images and then write over it in that one sitting, in that one day. And I kind of decided that it was better for me right now just to start adding images in here, because then at least I was doing something. And my plan then is to come back later and start adding journaling, just adding something. I'm not sure. And as I've been working in this, I kind of almost see it growing into, I guess, what it's wanting to be. And I'm trying to just let that happen as naturally as I can. I don't know if I'm going to add written journaling in here now. I don't know if I will decide to do just like found word journaling. I'm just kind of leaving it at that. So right now my only focus is to go through and cover up these areas that have the writing on them. And I'm actually really close to being done, and I do have some tucked in here that I haven't put down yet. I was getting close to, I was worried that I was getting close to having this finished, and I wanted to share with you what I've been working on and have some blank pages here so that you could see actually what I was doing. And so I made myself stop the other day until I could find a moment where I could just sit and chat with you a little bit and share with you what I was doing before I moved on any farther in this. So I am getting close. I am just putting stuff down. A lot of times it definitely goes along with the colors that are already with the images that are in the books. And that's just really all that I'm doing right now. I don't know where this is going to go next, but this has just been a really nice, easy, calming way for me to be doing something creative for myself, and just having a little bit of the process going without trying to push it into anything farther. So, and I'm just using my mono adhesive to glue these down. Whenever the first image that I put down in here, and I can tell you which one it is because I can feel which one it is. It's this. I wasn't thinking, and I used a glue stick to put this down, and so I can definitely tell that the glue stick warped this page just a little bit. And after I did that, I was like, oh, what am I doing? I need to just go back. I need to be using my mono adhesive, and so that's what I've been using to put all the images down. There are times whenever I kind of start double thinking stuff, and then I'm like, nope, I just need to do it. I'm not going to overthink things. I had cut this image out last night and brought it over here because I thought, oh, that might be fun in here. And I kind of saw some pages that I might put it on, and then I just had set it there, and I like the way that it looks there. And I tried to not put it there, and I was like, no, this is ridiculous. This is where I kind of knew whenever I placed it there that that's where it needed to be. I need to not fight that, and so I glued it down. So that's pretty much how I have been working through this whole book so far. And like I said, I'm getting pretty close with being done. I have got some images over here and over here the last couple days whenever I have time, even in the morning. There's been just a few minutes like after I get myself cleaned up and I've got everything ready for the kids and I to head off for school, but they might not be totally ready yet. I have even just for 5 minutes just kind of grabbed something and placed it down in here. So it has been nice to have this out on my workspace, and whenever I have a second here or there, I kind of look through the piles of images I have, and if I see something that works on it, then I go ahead and I place it down. So let's see. Yep, see, that's it. That's all I've got left, are just those few pages. And let's see. I don't know if I want to go ahead and talk about this one or if I should leave this in a separate video. This one has been kind of the same, and I've had this forever. I might talk about it, and then maybe in another video I might just kind of go through and just start putting some more images down, because I know that I really want to spend some time doing that. But this just kind of, you can see, it's just all sorts of just ones that I have clipped out of different magazines, and I've had them just kind of in my stash. A lot of them I've had for quite a while, and I just hadn't used them. And I thought that this would be a good way to make use of some of these images, especially these smaller ones that won't ever make their way into my larger collage journals. So I think I'll go ahead and talk about the other book real quick. And this is the book that I'm using. It's just one that I had picked up at half-price bookstores. I don't remember how much I paid for it. Actually, I got this at Hooked on Books whenever I went home one time, when I went home to Springfield. So paid $3 for it. I originally had gotten it for the images inside to cut them out to use in a journal, and instead I am just using the whole book as a journal on its own. It is definitely starting to buckle a little bit because I do have some images that are kind of tucked in close to the seam, but I'm okay with that. And so yeah, this is what it is. And here's the front page again. So I might just continue with doing some sort of found journaling like this. I'm not sure. Honestly, as I've been kind of working on some of these, I almost feel like maybe adding some cut out flowers on top of some of these, which has really been my thing lately that I've been doing a lot in my big collage journal, is cutting out these just really intricate florals and putting those on top of in the images on my big collage journal. So with this one here, this one is a junk journal. It's a junk mail journal except for the cover. The cover is made from the cover of 2 different Molly Makes magazines. And you know, I made this so long ago, I can't even remember actually how I put the cover together. I would say that, well, I know that I made this before 2020. I probably made it even before then. I could probably scroll back on my Instagram and see if there's a picture of it. Actually, I might have, you know, I think I actually shared a video about this after I first made it. I will have to go back through and look. I know it's been a long time. I think that, honestly, that all I did was use duct tape to glue the 2 covers together of this magazine to make a cover, and then the inside is almost all made from junk mail. There's a few envelopes in here. There's a couple of paper sacks. There's a paper sack. There is a Starbucks little pamphlet in here. I think this is the Starbucks one. Yeah. And most of it is junk mail flyers. Let's see, I think, yeah, I just got another envelope. Lots of these just pieces in the mail. And I feel like there might be something else in here. I've got the cover from a Cocoa Daisy, one of their Midori little planner books. That's what this is. The rest of it, though, is junk mail. The ones that were wider than my cover, I folded them to make them so that they have tip ends, because I didn't want to cut them. So that's like all these big ones. I just folded it to make it to make it fit. And at first I thought maybe I had way too many pages in here because I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but I think it's going to be okay. It's definitely going to be chunky. That's all right. Whenever I did first start this, actually, whenever I first made this, then I made it and I didn't know what to do with it. And it sat forever. It sat forever and ever and ever and ever. And I just wasn't sure what to do with it. And then one day I was going through a bunch of my magazine images and just trying to purge things out that was in my stash that I knew that I was never going to use. And so I was purging a lot of these out. I was going through a bunch of my Bella Grace images because I use a lot of images from Bella Grace magazine, and I could not get myself to throw them away. Even the ones that I didn't like and that I knew that I wouldn't use, I still could not get myself to throw them away. So I ended up deciding to put them in here because I thought, well, at least I'm using them. I'm not throwing them away and I won't feel bad about getting rid of them. And I put several of them in here, and then I just kind of stopped because I wasn't liking it. And then this sat for a long time again, and then I kind of started picking this up because I honestly, I just love the cover. I love the cover, I love the colors, and I wanted to do something with this, but I just was not liking what was inside at all. And one day I thought, you know what, this is mine, I can do whatever I want with it. And some of them I just ripped off, I just tore them off. I tore the images right off the pages. Once again, I was using Motto adhesive and not a glue stick, and so a lot of them tore, and that was okay. I just peeled off as much of them that I could and covered them up with images that I love, because the images that I was trying to use that I didn't love, I still didn't like them, even though they were in here. There wasn't anything that I was going to be able to do to make myself happy with them. And I finally realized that it was keeping me from working in this journal at all. So once I started doing that, then this all started picking up again. And there are some still in here that I'm wanting to cover up, that I just don't like. I don't like them. I can't tell you why. I just don't. I know that there's, like this girl here, I don't want that there, and I'm gonna cover it up. So I could probably try to peel it off, but I might just leave it there and cover it up. Even like this here, I don't have a problem with this image, but I just don't like it, and I don't want it in here, so I'm gonna cover this up. But once I did that and I started putting things in here that I really, really loved, then this whole journal has just changed, and I'm really, really enjoying working in it now. And I am putting images in here that I like. They're in colors that I like. The feel of them I like. It's just completely changed how I feel about this. So I have taken this with me several times on to the art group that I go to that meets a couple times a month when I'm just really have no idea what to work on. And I for sure have been struggling with trying to figure out things to work on. These two books lately, probably these past couple months, have what I've been taking. I take my basket of images. I've got a tray of images. I've just got ones everywhere, and I will take those with me, and I will sit at the table and just chat with my friends and look through the images and just place them down. And it's a very, like I said, it's very calm for me. It's very meditative, and I just really enjoy working on this journal in that way. So since I've been doing that, I am really, really liking how this is coming together. And this falls along the same lines as this one. After I get these images in here, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know, and that's okay. So I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to kind of see what wants to happen next. I might just add a word here or there, or nothing. Maybe this is just all that it's supposed to be, is just this collection, this gathering of these beautiful images that I enjoy and that I wanted to place in here. So not a lot left in this one either. If I sat down, if I put some music on and sat down, it would be pretty easy for me to just go ahead and get this filled up pretty quickly, probably. But I've just been taking it bit by bit. This is another one that I know I want to cover up. I've got even more mail in there, and I don't think I would like her in there. That might go better in this one. I like the sunflower, but right now that's not working. It's probably just the colors. So I will for sure and this is just what I do. I just kind of sit here and I place things in here, and I look at it, and I just kind of go through my stacks. And actually, even just doing that made this look completely different. So I just need to find something to put right across there, right across the top there. And I know I probably have a strip of something that would work. I could also put some washi tape, or I have some really neat patterned paper that I have that I have used a lot with that is from Tangi Baxter whenever she had digital downloads. I'm not sure if she still does that. I have a bunch of her papers and I absolutely love to use those. So I use those a lot to cover up spaces like that when I'm working in a journal. But I think I'm going to keep that tucked there because that made me like the sunflower. Just adding that there, I feel completely different about the sunflower now. So I need to trim off. I either need to add something there or trim this off. And I have kind of trimmed some of these. If I had an image that just was a little bit short of whatever the base layer is, I've trimmed it if I needed to. I don't know if I want to use her or not. I need to find something to shove in these little pockets, but that's just what I'm doing in this one. A good majority of these images are from Bella Grace magazine, but now it's not all of them. It's just kind of some of them. So I still am using a lot of those up. And yeah, that's just kind of what I'm doing right now. So, and I could just kind of sit and do stuff like this all day. And I just kind of calmly and quietly look at things and just see where they want to go. I'm wondering if maybe this would be neat in the middle. I'm trying to find the middle. Yeah, that might work there. Just right there in the middle. And a lot of times if I am not sure, I'll tuck it in there and leave it in there and see if that's where it wants to go. Got this big one right here. I really like this. That's pretty. I really like that. I'm not sure about this. I have a feeling I'm going to cover this up. I've got two more baskets of smaller images that I have been working with, and a lot of times I'll set one over to the side of me on my stool. I have a stool that I have, and that way I've just got everything here with me, and just start working on things. That might kind of work. But I just wanted to share with you these two things because I've been working in them a lot. I have shared a couple of videos of my workspace these last few days on my Instagram, and since I was getting so close to finishing up the other book as far as adding images to it, I just really wanted to check in with y'all really quick, and I need to cover that up somehow. I don't really want to cover over the sweet peas, but actually if I put a picture here and then something smaller there, that would work. I just wanted to, let me grab my small ones. The extent of what I have to work with is pretty massive, so I have no shortage of images to use, and I've just lately really been wanting to use what I have, and well, just actually start using things. We have a bookstore here in Omaha, and that's pretty much what it looks like when you're walking through it. It is the most amazing place ever. Let's see. Oh, which actually, seeing this reminded me of one of my original ideas. And this here, because I was thinking about writing in this, some of the images at first that I was placing in here, I was thinking about just the lines in the images that I could use, you know, as guidelines for writing. So for sure, because I did have this one placed in here for a while, and I took it out because I just didn't think it was going to work. But I know for sure a lot of these were ones that I was thinking about that it'd be easy for me to write in some of the spaces. Like on this one, I could write in the shapes in here. There's words on that. Just some of the thoughts that I had whenever I was first putting images down in here, but I kind of feel like I'm not sure if I'll go that direction anymore. Let's see. Yeah, see, I got off thinking about how I can maybe cover over these words over here. That's kind of neat. But put that back. Yeah, so that's what I got going on here, and I will check in with you again later. I think it might be fun just to do a video where I'm adding to this maybe, and adding to this, and then we'll see where these go next. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you are all doing well. And I know I've been quiet, and like I said, there's a whole lot of everything going on right now, and I'm just kind of hanging on for dear life, it seems like. So this for sure has been my life preserver, as far as just kind of something to do, something quiet, something calm, and it's just been really helpful. So I will be checking in with you again later. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support and for all of your kind words. If you're not following me here, please give me a follow, and be sure to check the bell so that you'll get some notification whenever I do post again. If you are not following me on Instagram, for sure follow me there. I have been very quiet there also, but every now and then I have kind of gone through a little spell where I will share some things that I've been doing on there. So I've just kind of needed to be quiet lately, and I have not really been on social media at all. I don't really check my feeds. I haven't been on Facebook. If I do, it's just a quick share of something, and that's kind of been it. So I have been getting out, and I've done a few things here and there, but I just kind of really needed to detach a little bit from all of the noise from social media. So it can get overwhelming, and life's already overwhelming as it is, so I just really didn't need that extra factor added in. So hopefully this summer things will kind of get a little bit better, and I will be able to get to a place where it's easier for me to post and share more often. So thank you again, everyone, and take care, and
I hope that you are able to find some time to be creative, and yeah, I guess that's all I got to say. So thanks again, everyone. I love you so much, and have a wonderful day, wonderful night, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.